Using Jamboard is a great way to create a vision board, and I'm going to show you an example of how to create one across the curriculum. In this specific example, we're going to be creating a vision of a historical figure, and I've chosen Abigail Adams as an example. So this is going to be created in Jamboard. To create a new Jamboard from your drive, you just go to New, and then More, and then Google Jamboard, and that's going to lead you directly to Jamboard. You can also go to Jamboard by clicking on your Google waffle, scrolling down, and clicking on this Jamboard icon here. And it's going to open up an untitled jam on your Jamboard, and you can create your example. But you can also share this Jamboard just like you would share any other Google Doc. You can share it in Classroom, so you can make a copy for each student. If you would like each student to create their own individual vision board, you could do it that way. Or you could create a class jam where each student gets a slide and they pick a historical figure and create a vision board for that historical figure. So in order to do that, if you click up here, you'll notice that I'm able to then scroll through and add new frames. So if you have 15 kids in your class, you're going to add 15 frames, and then each of them can go in. Once you share the board with a link or add the link to Google Classroom, each can go in and click on their individual jam per se, and just like they would a Google slide in a Google slideshow. So Jamboard is a great blank canvas. It's also kind of limited. Here's your toolbar on the left. If you create a vision board in Jamboard, it's very simple to do so. However, you can't add links or make it interactive like you could do in Google Slides. Here's my example that I created previously for a vision of a historical figure. This was my example for Abigail Adams, and I'm just going to show you how I did this and how students could go in and do the very same thing. So with Jamboard, you can set a background. I just chose the blue background. Here is what they give you, and then if students or you ever wanted to add an image, you just click to add the image, and you can add an image by your URL from your camera. You could do a Google image search just like you would in a Google Doc. You can also upload any images that you would have on your device. So you can set your background, and then you can use your toolbar to add elements. And the elements that I've chosen to use are text. So to add a text box, I click here. I click on my jam, and let's type freedom. So my formatting options in Jamboard are very limited. I can't change the font. It's going to be this standard font. I can click to either edit it or duplicate or delete, and I can change the order if I wanted to send it backward behind an image or bring it forward. I can also change the size. I can change it to display, subtitle, and so forth. I cannot change the font size by number like you would in a doc or a slideshow. I can change the color, but again, very limited to choose from. So I'm going to stick with the red, and then I can click and drag it anywhere on my jam. The next component that I could add is an image. So if I click add an image and I choose to do a Google image search, I can add any image that I find by searching it up. So let's do Liberty Tree. And I just click to insert. And if I click the three dots, I can order it so that I send it backwards and my text floats over it. Okay. The other component that you could add, which I love, is the sticky note. And that is this icon here. I can change the color of my sticky note or make it transparent. And let's see. Let's do no taxation without representation as my quote. So students could use the sticky notes for quotes. And off to click and drag that. We can make it larger. The last option is adding shapes. So you can click here to draw the shape. And if I resize it, I can actually put it behind my text if I wanted to make my text a little fancier. So if I send this to back and then I resize my text a little bit, it just adds another little stylistic element if I wanted to do that. One other thing that you can use also is a pen. So if students wanted to draw or add text just by using their touchscreen and writing, they could do that as well. So this is Vision of a Historical Figure using Jamboard.